Welcome to another episode of Unlocking the Mind Behind Make More, Work Less. Hi, my name is Fong. I'm an entrepreneur, business strategist, real estate investor, speaker, and also a best-selling author. And every single day, I help others unlock the potentials and guide them to succeed. Today on Unlocking the Mind, we talk about another cognitive bias. And the reason why I have this show is because so that we can better understand how our minds work, how we can make better decisions, build better relationships, and sometimes even avoid certain cognitive traps. So for today's cognitive bias, I'm going to ask you a question. Have you ever read a horoscope and go, you know what? That is so true. Or you've done a personality test and after the results come out, you go, wow, that is so accurate. Well, if that's the case, then more likely than not, you are facing subjective validation. And what exactly is subjective validation? Well, people will consider a statement or any other piece of information to be true or very correct when it has any personal meaning or significance to them. And more likely than not, even more so if that statement or that information is positive or adding to your ego or adding to your self-esteem or adding to your self-confidence. And more likely than not, when you hear those things, you go, you know what, that is true. You know what, I am that, or that is so accurate because it feeds your confidence, it feeds your ego, it feeds your self-esteem, making you feel good. And that is subjective validation. And when you're looking at horoscopes, a lot of those horoscopes are so general and usually giving you positive feedback that you're more likely not to say, you know what, that is me. And therefore you think that that horoscope is very correct and you keep on following it, you keep on following it. And every time you read it, you feel better, you feel good, you feel confident. And it really, really builds your self-esteem. Which is why when we're building good relationships, when we're building strategic relationships, when we're finding a partner or we're finding that person we want to work with, it is more advantageous if you're doing those statements where you're complimenting them, you're making them feel good so that you're really building that rapport. And that's because of subjective validation. You want them to feel good. You want yourself to feel good. So you're going to hear good feedback coming back to you as well. So that's subjective validation. And that is why it's so important for us to actually have some compliments, give good feedback to people so that we could help them build their self-esteem. And then that's why when we have that good self-esteem, have that good confidence, we're able to achieve more, get better results, and achieve more success as well. Now, when we're listening to stuff that's being said about us, more likely than not, we're going to go, yeah, that's so accurate, that's so true. But it actually changes when we're hearing it about somebody else because it has no longer any significance to us personally. We sometimes start doubting other people's comments to other people. So for instance, let's say you're in this big meeting room and then they were doing assessments on everybody's performances and everybody's work ethic and all that kind of stuff. And the boss comes down and go, well, you, my friend, you are a very, very productive person. You're always on time and you work very hard. Good job. If that was said to you, you're going to say, yeah, that's true. I am very hardworking. Yes, I am very on time. Even if sometimes you know for a fact that sometimes you're not always on time. Sometimes you're a little bit late. But when somebody says that, yeah, you're very on time, you go, yeah, that's me. But if that person comes into the room and says all those comments about your colleague, about somebody else, and you're sitting there, it's like, no, he's not. No, they're not. You might start doubting the stuff that they're saying. But when it's saying to you, you feel that it's very, very accurate. Again, another kind of subjective validation. So that is subjective validation. I hope you got something new today. And if you like this episode, please go back and watch some of my other episodes on Unlocking the Mind. And if you like this show, we have a lot of other shows, the Mastermind Bites, the Peak Potential Success Show, and also the Make More Mind Bites that's up every single week on this channel. So please like, subscribe. I thank you so much for your comments and your support. And I can't wait to see more of your feedback and all your comments as well. So until next time, today is the day to unlock your peak potential. I'll see you later.